What's going on? This is Jack's Views, man. I figure I'll take my little walk, trying to get back into my fitness thing. So I walk into this little trail here. Hopefully you can see me. If you can, I'm sorry. But just wanted to give a quick story, man. One day I was walking, and while I was walking, I noticed a 60-year-old man was walking in the same direction as I was. And then somehow through the walk, we ended up walking side by side to each other. So while we were walking, after a few minutes, I struck up a conversation with him. And then, me looking at him, still getting his fitness on, I asked him, hey, what is one thing that you say it took you too long to learn? And he looked at me and he said, do you really want to know? I said, yeah, I really want to know. And he said, well, one of the things that took me too long to learn was that most people believe they have a relationship problem. But it's not that they have a relationship problem. It's that they have a pattern problem. So you could guess. I stopped for a second, looked at him, kept walking, and he started, telling me a little bit more. So what he said was, most people spend years trying to fix, a relationship, hoping that the other person would change, and it never changes. So, we get frustrated and we lose our peace over it because we stay longer than we need to, thinking that if we just stay long enough, that the person would change. But then he said something that hit me really hard. He said the hardest thing in life isn't letting go of a person. It's letting go of the hope that one day they'll become who you always wanted them to be, right? So for a moment there, neither of us said anything. We both stayed kind of quiet. I thought about it. Then he smiled and said, that doesn't mean people can't change. It just means you can't build your life wanting for them to change. So before we took our separate ways, he left me with one last thing. And the last thing he said was, if I could leave you with anything, I just want to remind you to protect your peace, because you can always make more money. You can always get a new job. You can always do something different. Buy a new car, buy new clothes. But you can't get another year back. You can't get the years that you're going to spend hoping that your peace is going to come back. And what I then realized was that when you ask for peace, you asking for someone to give you peace is not the way I believe it is meant to be. If you are doing things that don't give you peace, then the only way for you to get the peace is for you to walk away from those things. Can't expect someone to do it for you. It's not gonna happen. You're gonna be let down. People are gonna keep doing the same thing to you over and over, and it'll hurt, right? So I thanked him we went our separate ways. Then I thought about it. If you're stuck somewhere where you're asking the person for the same thing over and over, or maybe it may be you, you know, it may be time for a change. So that was a quick story. Hope you enjoyed it. Keep walking this trail, trying to get my fitness back on, and we starting with this walk. Take care. Jack's Views. Like and subscribe. Tell me what you thought, what you think, what I should talk about. You know, I'm 40 plus years old, so my mindset is a little bit different at this point. At this chapter in my life, I'm in a different phase of it. I'm in a different season. So, hey, we'll talk about it. You know, I'll do some of these history videos because I love history, but I also include some of these live videos. Hope you liked and enjoyed. Peace.